Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It is Thursday evening, and this evening we are talking realising where I'm saving money. And the reason that came to my head is when I was talking yesterday about the way the recycling was, where we started using reusable cups, etc. And this morning I was in Tesco getting milk for the office. And I saw the little takeaway bit, the lunch takeaway bit, and it was, what was it, £3.60 for your normal meal deal. I think that's sandwich, juice, and a snack. So packet crisps, sandwich, and juice for lunch. Or if you got the luxury sandwiches or sushi or whatever, excuse me, then it was £5.50. And I hadn't particularly thought about it, apart from the fact that I completely forgot my lunch today. So I ended up going to the reduced section and getting a chicken chow mein for £2.45, which I thought was a much better deal than the £3.60 for the cheap sandwiches, which I don't like anyway. But it got me to thinking how much money we actually save because of the way we've changed the way we do things. So things like, we've got what I had for dinner tonight. I had some chicken, potato salad. Now, Kathleen made this and put it in the jars for us. It was a bag of potatoes, some mayo, some onions. That was it. And that means I'm not paying $3.50 a day, $5.50 a day on lunches. I don't buy the coffee or tea from the takeaways anymore. I didn't buy an awful lot of them anyway, but I used to buy quite a few lunches a few years ago, and I don't do that now. So if you think of the £3.50 a day, or £3.60 for the small lunch, and you're pound something for coffee, £2 for coffee, I don't know. As I say, I haven't bought it for a long time. Say roughly £5 a day, which is £25 a week, which is £100 a month. And that's only on lunch and getting to work. And I had the thought of, just as I was pulling out the cul-de-sac this morning, I was like, oh, when I'm 60, I can get my free bus pass. I wonder if it'd be worth my while going on the bus to work. I think we can pretty much say that's never going to happen because my work is not on the direct bus route. I'd either have a hefty walk or have to get one of the local buses, which is not going to happen. But I was thinking, well, I could take my cup of tea with me, and I could read a book on the bus or take my crochet with me and just, go stand at the bus stop, get on the bus, have a 30, 40 minute drive into the town, and that would all be free because I would have my wee snack bag and my hobby bag with me. So, and just as you keep adding things up, I mean, I know Kathleen she's cut down on the juice that she used to drink. She's doing a lot healthier with that. We've cut down on the processed food. And it just got me to thinking as to how much money that has saved us, what a difference that's made. And that difference can then help us with getting the cars fixed when they're done, getting a new washing machine when they're done. New washing machine comes on Saturday. Things like that. And it seems such a small thing sometimes. And then I look and I was like, we don't go to the bakers as much as we used to. We used to go to the local bakers a lot. But it got to a certain level where a little cake, an individual cake was over £1. And it's like, yeah, that's don't like that. And now some of them are £2. And don't get me wrong, this is a proper baker. They bake in the back. I know, I've seen them. So if I was going to go anywhere, I would be going to them. But it's not cheap. Takeaways. We used to do quite a few takeaways in a month. We haven't had a takeaway in a long time because it's a lot of money. All right, it's not £20 for the two of us, but it's what I budget. I budget £20 if we're having a takeaway. It's a lot of money. I can just about shop for food for us for a week for £20. If you take into account the fact that I've got like pasta, rice, veggies, etc. in the freezers. So it's actually made a huge difference to us. The fact that we don't do those things now. And don't get me wrong, as I said, it's not that we did them every day. But there are changes we've made in the last couple of years where, as I say, like Kathleen's cut down on her juice, we've cut down on takeaways, we've cut down on convenience foods, like noodles. I know, everyone says, thank God you've stopped the noodles. So yeah, things like that. And it was quite a shock to the system today to be sitting thinking, if I actually was buying a lunch every day rather than making it, that's a lot of money. A lot of money. And in years gone by, it used to be like, oh, it's the convenience. And for the time it would take me to make a sandwich, it's much cheaper just to buy it. The convenience of it. Nowadays, actually, it's not. A lot of times it is getting to the stage of, for the price of a sandwich, you could certainly buy the ingredients and the 10 minutes it's going to take you to make it. I think a lot of people are starting to change their ways. And weirdly enough, I saw a post, I don't know how true it is, I have to say, it was a post online that said somebody went into Witherspoons and they were looking for their mixed grill, like Man Mountain stuff. And it had been taken off the menu because it's too expensive for Witherspoons to do. They cannot get it at a price that people would be willing to pay. And I know that there's been a lot of comments over the last couple of weeks when I've done the shopping and cooking and stuff, and people have said the price of meat has gone up so much so fast. Well, there you go. It's gone up so much that Witherspoons can't afford to put a mixed grill on the menu anymore. So yeah, I think I shall be inventing more sandwich fillers, baked potato fillers, more potato salad. Well, I'll get Kathleen to make that because she was really good at making that one. Because it's much easier to do it yourself, I think, nowadays. Maybe wasn't a few years ago, wasn't as cost effective, but I think now, definitely homemade is the way to go. Catch you later.